What technologies or programming languages should students start learning to be eligible for like QA and data roles?
Okay, let me tell you very simple. If you are let me come back to simple, very good. I think your last question and this question similar. Okay, so let me again summarize it and let me sum up it. Okay, if you are like a student with no experience, okay, here is what you should learn step by step, because I think it will answer your both questions. Okay, so first you should know like which type role you are looking in when you are talking about QA. Okay, so there is like two things. One is called QA testing and another is called data role. First thing you should aware about that. So what is the QA testing? When you are going to learn QA testing, so you have to learn like manual testing and as well as SQL, Python, Selenium, and some tool it be called it like Postman and also Jira. Okay, so these are the some bug tracking tool. Okay, and when you are talking about data role, because data role as well as also itself a tester, because you are trying to find inside of the data, it's itself a tester. Okay, so what you know, at least at the beginning when you are going to join this industry, at least Excel, people just say Excel, but Excel is not a small thing. It is itself a very big how to say data management system, if you see. Okay, like and another SQL again, as well as when we are talking about data roles, and Python, Power BI, or Tableau. It's these are for the presentation like dashboard and something, but inside you find you have to present this something, and you have to also go for some libraries like pandas and NumPy. So these both two role depend which role you are choosing. So these courses you have to find and you have to learn. Okay, let me explain in very simple example why it matter and how it matter, why we learn for the Indian job market. Okay, like quality assurance, when we are talking about testing roles. Okay, so first you should know what is the testing type of testing. Again, I'm like such as what is the functional testing, what is the performance testing, what is the regression testing, what is the usability testing. Okay, and how to write the test cases and bug report. These are the things you have to know when you are learning the manual testing. And when you are going for the like SQL, so SQL, what is SQL? So learn how to write queries like select, where, joins. There is so many things like as if you want to, it's like there is five component of SQL like DTL, DML, DCL, DQL. These things you have to know, then you will become good in Excel. So how to fetch data from database, these all things you have to know. And why it matters? Because tester often check if data stored in the database is correct or not. If you don't know how to fetch the data from database, so how you can check, such as, for example, there is one field in our database. It's for Indian mobile number. So we all know Indian mobile have 10 digits, right? So if I fetch the data from there, and I know if there is one, if that digit is 9 digits, so it means that data is not right. Another way, if I want to make more perfect case, so you can see most of Indian, I think all Indian mobile phone start from 6, 7, 8, 9 at the beginning. Apart that any number at beginning coming, it's mean it is not Indian mobile number. So what is the two conditions? First, the number should start from 6, 7, 8, 9, and second, it should be 10 digits. So how you can test? If you don't know SQL, you will not able to fetch the data. So for that, you have to be expert there, like MySQL, SQLite, or like PG Admin. There is so many tools, Oracle, and something like that. Okay, so next, what I earlier mentioned, basic like Python. So you don't need to become very expert in Python. Python itself in a very wide range, very big, like it's like Samundar, it's like sea. So you should know basic. You should know like basic programming language, like what is the variable, what is the loop, what is the control statement, something like that. Okay, and simple script to test, input or automate the task. Because if something you want to do again and again, as earlier I mentioned, if you do things like manually, so really you cannot reach your timeline. So you have to create some program which run itself. So simple. I want to check, if some new data is coming in my database. So I will create very simple one script. Okay, select this from this table. Okay, and for this value, if the length is 10, okay, and then I will use some function and extract the first, how to say, the first digit of that number. It is 6789. If okay, then it will record in Jira the test case pass. If anyone is not okay, then it will record in Jira bug found. What bug found it will mention. So for that purpose, you have to learn Python. And Python is used in like both, like test automation as well as data science. And one Python is really very necessary these days. It is not just about, you can see now the whole thing like Google and they all develop use first PHP and something. Now everyone is moving suddenly on Python. You can see. So Python, okay, write a Python script to check like just I have mentioned. Same thing. Some testing tool like Selenium. It will also help you when you have created some, you want to do automation testing like some website. You want to check, okay, the password length is okay or not. So I sometimes I don't have time to run my script again and again. So I will create some task in Selenium and it will do test test automation. Most modern companies like they want automation tester for testing. So we can use Selenium IDE or something like WebDriver, Python, Unix label. There is so many. Okay, so these are the, and then we have some API like Postman. Okay, so what is the Postman? It will most time what it will do, it will just check like 200 cases or like page found or not found, why server connection is created or not. By name you can see Postman. It will just, when things come like a request and how to say a request, when we request something, it is delivering or not. So for that thing we can use this API tool. So these are the basic tool we must know. At the last, Jira, it will record all our changes or thing. So these are things we must learn at beginning. Then we can go for the QA and testing, even data scientist.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that engaging and informative talk. And you got me really interested in these things. So I am very respectful and thank you for sharing your thoughts, valuable insights with us today.